I'm Niki Seberini. I'm the Mind Freedom Fighter, and I'm also the creator of the Halcyon, which is a breathing jewel. Now, this breathing jewel has so many uses. And when I first launched it, I was contacted by Natasha Sakota, who lives in Switzerland, and she's a business coach, an NLP coach, a certified Marissa peer hypnotist, and a relational counselor. Natasha ordered a whole lot of Halcyons, which I sent over to Switzerland. And I've been in touch with Natasha because I was really curious as to how she was using the Halcyon with her clients. So Natasha talks about positive manifestation using guided visualization or hypnotism, and she uses the Halcyon for the best results. So I decided to catch up with Natasha just to ask her a few questions, and this is what she had to say.
I saw your post about Halcyon,
yes.
And here they are, you see. Yes. I went crazy because I said, wow, this is it. This is such a beautiful, first of all, jewel. I mean, I love it.
Oh, I'm glad you love it. I love it too.
Yeah, and when I saw your post and how it came about, that was, yeah, there we go. It was so, I said, but then I thought about the implications. What does it do, you know? And really, people who suffer nerves before exams, before public speaking, before presenting, anywhere, even at work. Can you imagine someone's, the boss is like really screaming, going crazy, and you're thinking, oh my God, now what am I going to do? This Halcyon, you can just bring it to your mouth, breathe into it, and it just calms the nervous system. I mean, you know more about that. So, yeah, that's it. I just thought, wow.
Well, I must say that when you contacted me and you said that you wanted all of the Halcyon, I was only too happy to send them off. And you said that you wanted to use it working with the hypnotism, this positive manifestation, helping people move to a positive goal. So I'm really interested in investigating a little bit further in that direction, Natasha.
Exactly.
So how have you used it? Because there's so many uses, but how have you used it with your clients?
Okay, so let me give you a practical example. I first have a session, okay, with my client on their presenting problem, whatever it may be, or issue or goal they want to achieve. And so obviously they're there because they haven't managed on their own to get to that stage, to their desired state, we can call it. And so often they may have symptoms or triggers. And these can even be migraines or, you know, nerves, fear in the stomach. I don't know. A lot of things can happen. So they come to me and they say, look, I have to do a speech in 2 weeks. How am I going to manage, you know? And already the wording, I changed their wording because already that is something we have to work on, the mind. You know, you have to collaborate with the mind because everything starts with a thought. Okay, but we'll go into that later. So I do the session with them. And then to ingrain everything that we've done, moving them to this positive outcome, I do a recording for them. Mm-hmm. And this recording maintains or ingrains all the positive suggestions that I give them. Because we are run by our subconscious. If I want to go in a bit of detail here, you know, the body,
yes.
All our behavior, is run by 95% of our unconscious, our habits, our programming that we learned from when we were little kids, you know, so they stay with us and we don't even know it. You think you know you're doing it, you think, but we only, during our day, it's only 5% that is in the conscious mind. That's why you're not even sure. You don't even realize that you're feeling nervous. And so by having that recording at night, and I prefer at night because the conscious hears it, and then you fall into these, we call them the alpha state. So we're in beta every day, which means we're active and I'm talking to Niki and that's great. Then I get the recording, I go and lie on my bed and I think of that goal. I want to be brilliant when I speak in front of these people. Yes. And not I want to in the future. I am in the present because the unconscious only understands the present. So you say, I am a brilliant speaker. So all these suggestions are given in the recording and you sit and you listen and it's only about 15 minutes or so. And you just fall in to sleep into the alpha state and the theta states, which are deeper. So less waves, okay, less electric waves. Anyway, that ingrains a new program. It starts to change your habits of action that were maybe so used to be having fear. Now we're going to put in a new habit of thought, firstly, which will then change your habits, your habit of action. And so together with this, often I then teach them a lot of anchoring, where they actually, before I saw the Halcyon, I was teaching them anchoring, like they have to touch themselves somewhere, and that brings them into a good state when they're feeling nervous. And then when I saw the Halcyon, I thought, wow, but can you imagine that they're about to speak, and it would be just so beautiful if they could just, no one even notices. They think they may be having, well, who knows, they can also turn around, breathe into it, and get into the zone, that opens all the neural pathways also, that they are able to think clearly. And as you said, I think the physiological, it helps you just calm down.
Yeah.
And so that becomes their companion tool, their anchor. And it's there.
Well, Natasha, I'm so delighted, really. And thank you for reaching out, and thank you for telling us, all of us, the impact that Halcyon has had. It's, I'm so passionate about it. This is why it was created, and there are so many uses. But to hear that you're using it with your clients and so successfully is wonderful. So thank you. And thanks for your time, and thanks for your support.
Well, thank you, Niki. Thank you for inventing such a gorgeous tool.